Welcome everybody. This is I'm going to the store to pick up some cigarettes. I'll be right back, I promise. 3x. And you know, it's been a while. It's been a while, but I promise I haven't been doing absolutely nothing in that time. All right, I've been busy. You know, I've been busy watching the first 7 Saw movies front to back. That's not even really a good excuse because I finished them bitches in like 3 days. But look, that's not what's important. What's important is what I realized in that time and after watching those 7 movies that often are considered to be fucking abysmal. It really opened my eyes to something that's been a part of me my whole life, but I never really realized it. But before we get there, I gotta preface that if you know anything about the Saw movies, you're probably well aware that they're kind of known for being kind of shit after the first 2-3 movies. So naturally, that was my impression going into them. Like, I fully expected to be clowning these movies by the 4th one, because I was sitting in a call watching them with my friends, and you know, we like to have our commentary, and I was expecting to just not take these movies seriously at all by the, you know, 3rd, 4th one. What I didn't expect is to be completely enthralled by these shits. Like, I'm talking, I was in it. I really did love these movies, and I still do. And not just the first 3 like everyone agrees on. Like, I love the whole shit. 1 through Saw 3D, 7, doesn't matter what you call it. And speaking of Saw 3D, Saw 7, this might be a bold claim, but 7 low-key smokes the shit out of Saw 2. You didn't hear it from me. Actually, no, you did. I'm gonna stand on that. 7 smokes the fuck out of Saw 2. I'm completely serious. I'm not even trying to piss anybody off. I'm so serious when I say that. And I have my reasons. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Yes, the 2nd one makes infinitely more sense than the 7th, because by the time we got to 7, the movies have just gone completely off the rails in terms of writing. It just makes no fucking sense. Like, they just keep doing, I mean, if you've seen these movies, you know what I'm talking about. They keep doing this shit where, like, the next movie was actually happening in the past the whole time, and it ends up having to be like fit in between like these 3 days that the first 2 happened in. It gets fucking insane with a timeline, but you know, that didn't really bother me when I was watching it. It started to feel like that one bit in one of those Puss in Boots movies where Humpty Dumpty is just like, he's been there the whole time, and it shows him in like a fucking cat suit. It's really that tier of writing, but it expects you to take it completely seriously. It's insane. Okay, I'm in the middle of editing this, and I had to quantify for myself to see how bad was this timeline really, because I didn't really give it much thought other than the fact that I knew it was stupid. So I put together this little infographic, if you will. I don't know exactly what to call it, but I put this together in Photoshop real quick to really demonstrate that to you visually. So here we have Saw 1 through 5, and you know, it's pretty much what you'd expect from any normal people series, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We learned it in elementary school. What if I told you that's actually not the case? So it actually goes 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 5, because those 2 movies happen at the same fucking time. The way it explains it is fucking batshit insane, like I said, but you're gonna have to roll with it, right? And then surprise, fucking 15, I don't know how many years later, 10 years later, it's in the 2010s now, and we got Saw 10. We got Saw 10, and it actually takes place between Saw 1 and 2. Fuck you. That's just the reality now, and I promise you the rest of these movies on this graph do not get any better. You can see for yourself, because this really awesome swag Reddit user fucking put this together. I'm putting it on screen right now. Pause it if you want and try and break this down, because I'm running on like no sleep right now, and I couldn't. This was difficult enough for me to put together, so do with that with what you will. I'm gonna keep editing this shit. Oh my god. But despite the dumbass writing, Saw 7, I enjoyed it way the fuck more than Saw 2. You know, mostly because 2 kind of pissed me the fuck off with its characters, except for my glorious Queen Amanda. She can never do no wrong. But pretty much everyone else, I was kind of just rooting for them to die. I'm not even kidding. I legit, everyone in that movie kind of pissed me the fuck off in one way or another. Like, even the kid that was trapped in the house, I wanted his ass gone. I couldn't even tell you why. Oh my god. And don't even get me started about the detective lady. I don't remember her fucking name, but she was getting on my fucking nerves so bad. She kept talking about, oh, we gotta play his game. We gotta play his game. Well, the whole time she's doing absolutely nothing to resolve the situation.
How much more time are we gonna waste on this bastard?
We're not wasting time. We are doing exactly what we should be doing until the tech team gets here.
Let me stop before I get mad as hell. All I'm gonna say about this woman is that I'm glad Amanda fucking butterflied her dumbass like a chicken breast. She deserved it.
Time to play the game.
I'm shitting on that movie and its characters, but I gotta clarify that in Saw 7, the person we follow through these traps is by no means a saint, okay? They were fully deserving, and most of the people involved in the traps were fully deserving of that fate. Like, for those that haven't seen it, the main character that we follow is a fucking fraud that pretends to be a victim of Jigsaw's traps. And he goes even as far to start a support group for Jigsaw victims. Meanwhile, he's just doing it just to promote a book or something. So by all means, he and the people around him deserve the shit that happens to him, except maybe his wife. That one was kind of fucked up. She was just kind of a victim of his lie. I don't know what the fuck was up with that, Jigsaw. Not cool, man. But yes, despite all these circumstances, I fully enjoyed Saw 7 way more than the second one. So then that had me thinking, am I mentally ill? Yes, but that's completely irrelevant to the conversation. The real question is, do I have shit taste? I mean, everyone said it's bad, so it must be bad, right? Am I wrong for thinking it's better? And the answer, despite what 2 seconds on twitter.com might tell you, is fuck no. So what if that shit was ass? I like ass. As a matter of fact, I love ass. Waiter, more ass, please. Give me that shit. I'll even go as far as to say that Saw 7 is one of my favorites in the whole series. All 7 movies, that shit's like top 3. Fuck you. If you want a fucking Saw tier list where I talk about all the movies in detail, let me know. I'd be happy to do that. It's not like it's been done a billion fucking times, but shit, you know, it's something to do. But then after I had this thought, it led me to think even further. Not just about the Saw series, but about other shit that I enjoyed. And I came to the realization that I am a certified mid-enjoyer. Anything from fucking mid to straight shit, I can find something to enjoy about it. And for some ungodly reason, that line of thinking reminded me about Alien versus Predator. I don't give a fuck. That movie goes crazy. It's fucking aliens 1v1ing, bro. You're not supposed to think about that shit. And then the fucking tagline, whoever wins, we lose. That shit is hard, man. It's appealing to my caveman discovering fire for the first time nature, okay? Let me rock with this shit, please. Like, the movie's fucking dumb as hell. Don't get me wrong. Like, do not get it twisted in the slightest. That shit sucks and is dumb. Like, the humans teaming up with the predators at the end is fucking hilarious, because, like, what the fuck are we supposed to do? Also, it kind of defeats the purpose of the tagline. Like we won. We're chill with the predators now. That's a fucking win in my book. Like, the way I'm fucking raving about these movies would lead you to believe that I'm just like this hardcore consumer that just has no capacity for critical thinking. But I promise you, I do. But I'll admit, it didn't always used to be like that. I was once a hardcore consumer. Critical thinking epiphany was one that I had when the Obi-Wan series came out. You know, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Star Wars, that shit, if you're not familiar somehow. And yes, pained as I am to admit it, I am a Star Wars fan, but I promise I have good hygiene. Let that be known. Usually Star Wars fans my age grew up on the prequel trilogy. You know, I was born around the time them shits were coming out. But me personally, I grew up on the OT, the original trilogy. I watched them shits front to back because my aunt lent us a VHS set of all 3 of them, and best believe I was running them shits back religiously. And naturally, being the edgelord that I was as a little kid, my favorite character was Darth Vader. And knowing that he was going to be in this new Obi-Wan series, I was seated day one. And trust me, I got what I fucking wanted, okay? Every scene that Vader was in, I felt like a little kid again. I was so fucking giddy just watching that shit. They did him right in that show. But after the longest 6 episodes of my fucking life were over, and I really had a chance to reflect on what I had just seen, it really struck me that every minute that Vader wasn't on screen, I was just impatiently waiting for him to come back. And of course, I'm gonna have a bias because that's my favorite character, but I have the capacity to enjoy new things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fucking slave to nostalgia. Like, trust me, that show is ass in ways I can't even begin to explain without making a whole separate video about it, which I'm not gonna do. I don't think. That horse has been beat to shit at this point. But that moment in reflecting on this show that I thought I enjoyed was really the first time I had thought about something that critically, and something that I, again, thought I enjoyed. And that experience didn't really change me as a person, as in, like, it didn't completely 180 the way I viewed things, but it unlocked this separate line of thinking where while I'm watching something, I'm able to turn my brain off and just enjoy it for what it is. And after the fact, I'm able to reflect and really pull it apart in my head and see what I did and didn't like about it. And of course, at first, you know, I didn't just fucking open my third eye, right? I didn't just immediately do a 180 and critical of everything I've ever seen. But it kind of helped me begin to peel back layers on things that I enjoyed and see why I enjoyed it and why I didn't. But, you know, this line of thinking allowed me to admit that, you know, despite its many flaws, I still enjoyed parts of it. And again, despite what many voices online might tell you, it's possible to have nuance about these kind of things. But that brings us to now, where I'm openly admitting that I fuck with straight ass. And that doesn't stop at just movies, man. I fuck with Limp Bizkit. If you know, you know. And that's the beauty of it, right? I know it fucking sucks, but I'll be damned if that's gonna stop me from enjoying it. Like I'm now able to just turn my brain off and just enjoy whatever I'm watching or listening to, while at the same time I can reflect on it and think critically about how fucking stupid it was. Like very rarely will a movie be so bad that it completely prevents me from enjoying it at all. And before I retire the Star Wars bit from this video, I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss some of y'all off. Prequel trilogy, shit is ass. I don't care. That shit sucks. Those movies are horrible, and the only reason y'all like them is because you either grew up with them or you just really don't like the new shit that they're doing, so you're just convinced that the old shit is peak. I'm not kidding. When I first watched these movies, which I was a high schooler, I was a sophomore when that happened, I was legit more entertained by my fucking math homework than these stupid fucking movies. And I'm by no means an A student, or I wasn't like that in high school, okay? But that fucking math work was legitimately more fucking invigorating than this dumbass movie. Shits are horrible. And I can say that because all you gotta do as an enjoyer of those movies is tell me, yeah, that shit is ass. So what? It's really that simple. And the worst I can say is call you a dumbass, but that's coming from the butt munch that thinks the live action Cat in the Hat movie was funny. I don't give a fuck. That shit was funny. Mike Myers got fucking goated delivery, all right?
Anything. I'll get you, and I'll look like a bloody accident.
So if you take anything away from this video, let it be this. It's okay to fuck with mid. Hell, it's okay to fuck with straight garbage for that matter. Because once we can all admit that, it'll spare us the headache that is dying on a metaphorical hill for some shit that most people think is ass anyways. That shit's ass. I agree. What the fuck do you want me to do about it? Like, what are they gonna say? Nothing that fucking matters at that point. And why doesn't it matter? Well, because you're enlightened now, okay? Some motherfucker on Twitter with 10,000 tweets defending his favorite Cartoon Network show can't hurt you anymore. You exist on a plane beyond their comprehension. So to wrap this up, I want you to repeat after me. And when you say it, I want you to mean it. I fuck with mid, and I am proud. And you should be. Why? Because together in the slop, we are safe. And we are happy. Well, that's gonna be it for this video. I'm re-recording the outro on this format because the outro I originally recorded was probably the worst piece of shit I've ever filmed, and I don't know what came over me when I filmed it, so you're never gonna see that, so don't worry about it. You can follow me on all my socials at Keys3X on everything. I'm more active on Twitter than anything else, so follow me there if anything. Twitch.tv/Keys3X. I'm live every now and then. I'm trying to be more active on there now that I have somewhat of a schedule in my normal life. But if you like this video, make sure you leave a comment. You know, let me know what's your favorite mid. That's what I want to know from you guys today. What kind of mid do you just chef's kiss? That's your shit. That's the mid that hits good. You let me know, put me on. Maybe I'll have some new favorite mid. You know, if you have another mid enjoyer in your life, a loved one perhaps, you know, share them this video. Maybe they'll relate to something I said in this video. Or hey, if you know someone that is too stuck up, that thinks they're too good for mid, send in this video too. Maybe it'll change their mind. And also, you know, subscribe and notifications, all that YouTuber stuff. You know, if you'd like. I mean, I can't force you to do anything, but what if I could? But anyways, that's pretty much it. So until I catch you in the next live stream or video, wherever I see you next, take care of yourselves.